Hey, today I'll be recapping the first 2 episodes of Boys Over Flowers. We start with some exposition on Korea's largest company, Shinhwa. They're so big that they've even opened their own school for the super elite that goes from kindergarten straight through college. The students are the cream of the crop, and the school reflects that with its state-of-the-art facilities, classes, and teachers. It's not all sunshine and snazzy uniforms though, and we see a student open his locker to find a red notice. The other students notice it too, and immediately start to attack him. Meanwhile, our main character is making her way over, delivering dry cleaning from her family's business. Once she arrives at the school, she hears the other students saying student Lee Min-ha is on the roof. The other students are completely unperturbed, taking pictures and laughing. But Jeondae really wants to make sure he lives, because she has his dry cleaning. Once she realizes that he plans to take his life, she tries to talk him out of it. He explains his plight. He got a red card from F4, meaning that the whole school has turned against him and will make his life a living hell. He jumps and she saves him. Impressive upper body strength. The story gets out into the public and discussion starts about bullying at Shinhwa High. Jeondae becomes a sort of Wonder Woman and reporters even mob her outside of her work. Not everyone is impressed with her actions and the CEO of Shinhwa is not a fan. She arranges to have Jeondae enrolled in the school as a scholarship student. Not sure how this puts the public back on your side, but I guess I'm not a CEO. Jeondae arrives home to a new school and a very happy family. She tries to say no, but her family is not having it. The next day, Jeondae's father drops her off and his alarm goes off, immediately ousting her as the new scholarship student. She gets lost trying to find the swimming pool and runs into this guy in full white playing violin in the woods, as one does. He points her to the pool and gets back to his playing. Sometime later, Jeondae is lucky enough to see the entrance of the F4, 4 super hot, super rich dudes that run this school and also, it seems, control time and space. Look at that slow motion walk. The leader is Junpyo, and when he notices another student wearing the same shirt as him, he pours juice all over it. Guess that's all we need to know about that guy. When Jeondae criticizes him, she upsets this trio of F4 fangirls. Later that night, Jeondae does some research at home to figure out who the F these 4 are. We have Woobin, super rich successor to a construction company, Ijung, super rich famous artist, Jihu, super rich violin prodigy with a tragic past, and finally the leader, Junpyo, son of Shinhwa's CEO. Oh, he's also super rich. The next day, Jeondae is having a grand time shouting curses at F4 on the balcony. She's overheard by Jihu, but he's pretty chill and isn't really bothered by it. It's lunchtime and Jeondae is the only one who packs a lunch.
Terrible!
The drama really wants to make sure you understand that she's poorer than the other kids. F4 arrives, and while the other kids are distracted, a girl asks if she can try Jeondae's food. At home, Jeondae is facing pressure from her family, her mom mostly, to find a rich husband as soon as possible. Back at school, Junpyo receives a cake from a fan and mushes it in her face. A simple no would have been fine. Jeondae daydreams about confronting him, but can't bring herself to do it in real life. She vents her frustration by swimming, and it seems she's made a friend in Minji, the girl from the cafeteria. They're hanging out one day when Minji trips and spills ice cream on Junpyo's shoes. He tells her to kneel down and lick it off. Heads up, this is supposed to be our main character. You're supposed to like him later. Anyway, seeing her friend being bullied, Jeondae finally stands up to him. She punches him in the face with her ice cream cone and really lays into him before storming off like a boss. The next day, Jeondae opens her locker to find a red notice. This psychopathic group of students is like, yeah, another kid to bully. They start off small by messing with her textbooks, but then things start to ramp up with a good old-fashioned egg toss. Minji doesn't participate in the bullying, but also doesn't stand up for her friend. The students send the video proof to Junpyo, who expects her to find him and apologize any moment. Instead, she goes to her venting balcony again and is once again discovered by Jihu. He asks her for the recipe for pancakes, and then as thanks, ineffectively wipes at her jacket. Appreciate the effort, but really? Jeondae sees that he's left behind a magazine featuring a girl cooking pancakes. Jeondae makes her way back to her desk and finds a plushie from Minji featuring an apology, which is just not good enough. The F4 are having dinner and we learn that Ijung is a bit of a player and Woobin learn English exclusively from rap songs.
Yo!
Jeondae arrives at the swimming pool to find it filled with trash. I wonder who could have done this. When she returns to the locker room, she's attacked by some boys. Jihu puts an end to it because he has to ask Jeondae some really important questions about her pancake recipe. I'm not kidding, that was seriously it. He does give her a towel though, before walking off muttering something about pancakes. What a weird egg, this one. Junpyo gets the news and is actually angry at the goons. They were meant to scare her, not assault her in the locker room. Common misunderstanding. At work, Jeondae tells her friend about a special guy at school. After she says that, this guy nods. What are you nodding about, dude? Later, Jeondae runs into that special guy, making out with a billboard of the same lady from the magazine, famous model So-hyun. Jeondae says she's a huge fan of hers because of her missionary work. She hopes Seo-hyun marries someone with a lot of power so she can affect change, but Ji-hoo seems to disagree. Rumors start to go around that Jeondae is pregnant, and Ji-hoo starts to speak out against Junpyo's crazy scare tactics. Before it can come to fisticuffs, Jeondae arrives to apologize. Kidding, she roundhouse kicks him in the face. She yells a bunch of stuff at him, including the fact that she can't be pregnant since she's a virgin. After thinking things over, Junpyo comes to the rational conclusion that Jeondae is frustrated and angry that he keeps bullying her. Kidding again, he thinks she told him she was a virgin because she's into him. Think that kick knocks some screws loose. Jeondae is kidnapped by some suited guys and they knock her out with chloroform. She wakes up to a waxing followed by a complete makeover. The butler then takes her to see Junpyo, who must have been waiting by this closed window for a while to look as cool as possible. Definitely worth it. He tells her he knows she has fallen for his charms and they can be together as long as it's not in public. She tells him that he can't buy everything, but when she can't come up with something that can't be bought, she just leaves. Junpyo throws a temper tantrum and takes it out on his staff. They're playing sad music here as if I'm supposed to feel sorry for him, and no, I hate this guy. Also, he's scared of bugs. What exactly are this guy's redeeming qualities? His noodle hair? Jeondae runs into Ji-hoo on her way out of Junpyo's house. She asks if there's anything money can't buy, and he says air. Not true, but I get the idea. He gives her a little head pat, some sneakers, and heads home. Alright dude, see you later. The next day, Jeondae tries to return his shoes to the F4 hangout spot and is discovered by Yi-jung and Woo-bin. They chat for a while, and they tell her that Ji-hoo has been in love with Seo-hyun since they were kids because she helped him recover after an accident killed his parents. Faced with that kind of opposition, Jeondae gives up on winning his heart. One day in gym class, one of the mean girls hits Jeondae in the face with a ball, and Junpyo comes to comfort her. He's really bad at it. When he asks Jeondae what it is she dislikes about him, she says his hair, the fact that he doesn't wear a uniform, and everything else. I can't believe with all the crazy stuff he's done so far, she focuses on the hair and clothes. I mean, I hate the hair too, but remember when he tried to make you lick his shoe? Junpyo plays some sad rugby and takes a sad shower before sadly walking over to an announcement for a school trip. Ji-hoo picks Seo-hyun up from the airport, while the F3 make their way over to Europe for a school trip. Junpyo then hears that Jeondae is having a small trip with her friend, so he reroutes the cruise ship so he can go bother her. Later, he invites Jeondae to a party they're having that night. She has no plans of accepting, but then Ji-hoo says she should come and she immediately changes her mind. The mean girls lie to her and tell her it's a costume party, so she shows up as Wonder Woman to what is clearly a very formal event. She tries to hide, but the trio forces her jacket off. Before Junpyo can step in, Ji-hoo and Seo-hyun defend her and tell those mean girls off. Everyone cheers as they take her away, like one of those fake stories you see online. Seo-hyun gives her a dress and some makeup, and they have a nice little chat about Junpyo and what a lonely kid he is thanks to his tough home life. I love that this drama keeps trying to make me feel bad for Junpyo with sad music and backstory. I haven't seen this drama in years, and I completely forgot how annoying he is. Also, what a weirdo Ji-hoo is. Anyway, this drama is fun to watch. It's got every single K-drama stereotype, and I love it. Best part of the show so far? Definitely Woo-bin's English.
Yo.
Till next time, thanks for watching.